If you have any question to ask based on spiritual issues, whatever you are passing through, or whatever somebody else you know that is passing through, as long as it has to do with spiritual issues, you ask your questions, and if I have the answer, I will give you. So tonight is nothing but questions and answers. We have finally approached that wonderful season, the festive period, the beautiful season. We are all getting prepared for this beautiful season. Physically, we're getting prepared. And I believe spiritually, we're equally getting prepared, because I know that a lot of churches are now holding their crusades. And I know so many of us are participating, and it's very wonderful. You have to belong somewhere. You must belong somewhere. It's either you are for God or you are for the devil, or know where you belong. You can't just be at the center. You can't just be mute. You can't be lukewarm. It's either you are cold or you are hot. Fola, if your blood pressure is increasing, blood pressure is a medical issue. It's a normal issue. There is no age limit for blood pressure. There is no age bracket for it. Okay, it's not a spiritual issue. Blood pressure is a medical issue. So all you need to do, since you said, I think you said medical treatment is all in vain. Keep on taking your your drugs, please. Do not stop. Don't be deceived. A lot of people have gone through this way. They will tell you that they received miracle in the church and that their blood pressure is now normal. And before you know it, they will pass. Please continue taking your drugs, okay? But you need more rest. Whatever you are doing that is strenuous, curtail it. I'm so sorry for the loss of your child, which triggered this blood pressure. Yes, something must trigger it. I'm so sorry for that loss, okay? May the soul of your child rest in perfect peace. But you won't dwell in the past. I know it's painful. I've been there, and I know how painful it is. So I'm telling you from experience, you can't dwell in the past. You can't. You will have to let go, all right? You will have to let go for the sake of your health. For the sake of your health. You still have so many bright future, so many good things ahead of you, okay? But keep on taking your drugs and make sure you visit your doctor from time to time. Never you stop. Mama Dumo, I hope I got your name correct. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Okay, Mama Dumo, if you want to reach me, you can send me a message on my inbox, okay? Just inbox me. Let's start from there. Thank you, Fola. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Please, tonight is all about questions and answers. If you have any question to ask me, just ask me. Any question that has to do with spiritual issues. Any question, whatever you are passing through spiritually, or you know of somebody else who is passing through an issue that has to do with spirituality, please write down your questions. If I have the answer, I'm going to tell you the answer. Questions and answers, that's what we have today. That's what we have today. A lot of people do ask me questions on maybe one or two of my videos. Please, if you are live now, write down those questions. Write down those questions, okay? Tonight is all about questions and answers. If you have any question to ask, you ask. I know we are all getting prepared for this season, this beautiful Christmas. Christmas is a wonderful season. It's a season that comes with so many good things. Even though the enemy has decided to twist everything to make it look like it's evil. It's either you hear the news that people are coming back for Christmas and they had an accident and died, or that someone was shot on Christmas Day. These are the kind of stories we are getting. But while we are getting prepared for this season physically by buying so many things in order to celebrate, we have to get ready for it spiritually. We've got no choice. As long as you are still alive, you are a soldier at the battlefield, and you will continue to fight until your time is up. And so that fighting is by praying. Okay, there's no name. Somebody asked me a question, but I don't know your name. No problem. I'm still going to answer your question. You say that many of you have spiritual gifts, but you don't know. Yes, it always happens. A lot of people are called, but they are not so sure if they are called. Some don't even know if they are called. Some don't know whether they have any gift at all. But they can tell. They'll be able to tell you that certain things do happen to them. Something that doesn't happen to any other person, but it happens to them. Sometimes there are people that can tell you, whenever they come in contact with anybody or whenever they find themselves in any gathering, they will tell you that something like that gathering has happened before, that they have been there before. They can even tell you the ending of anything that is about to happen, and before you know it, it will come to pass exactly the way they say it. If you find yourself in this category, you have a spiritual gift. You have a spiritual gift. I've taught us about this one. If you always wake up from the time of 2:30 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. every now and then, meanwhile you don't have any health issue, there is no reason for you to be waking up at that time. But whenever you wake up, you just be awake doing nothing. If it happens to you every now and then, you have a spiritual gift. Yes, you have a spiritual gift. And the reason why you always wake up is for you to get yourself ready, for you to prepare yourself ahead of time, for you to make that gift to be manifest. And how do you make it to be made manifest? If you always rise up at that time, I will advise you to pray, no matter how little it is. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or you can just sing praises. That's all you need to do. And before you know it, you will start getting messages. If you have spiritual gifts, you will start receiving messages. And these messages comes in different ways. It is not all of us that are going to be hearing the voice of God, the voice of the Holy Spirit speaking to us. It's not all of us. Sometimes that thing you think, you always think that whatsoever you think in your head, and after that thing will come to pass. It is not your thought. It is actually God that is speaking to you, but you think you are the one thinking about that thing. So if you always find yourself this way, you have spiritual gifts. Yes, Anukwa Mobe, any spiritual cleansing doesn't prevent you from taking your normal bath at all. Any spiritual cleansing, because spiritual cleansing has to do with bathing. They all have to do with bathing. The difference is the items that we use in bathing. It doesn't prevent you from having your normal bath. Okay? So assuming you had your spiritual cleansing in the morning and you are the type that bathes at night you still bathe normally. It doesn't prevent you. Okay, so if you have any other question, please you go ahead and ask. If you have any question, go ahead and ask. All right. Tonight is all about questions and answers. Please write down your questions. Write down your questions. Write down your questions. Some people are so quick to write, just so quick to type. You came into a page, you just heard me talking, you didn't know the reason why I was saying what I was saying, and you just immediately typed what you are typing. Somebody said, better go see a doctor. Which kind of spiritual gift? Only African people. Shame unto you. I don't need such negative people. And this person that is writing this thing, you are actually suffering. Yes, I know you can feed. Yes, you can feed yourself. You do have 3 square meal, but you can't provide tangible things that your mates are providing. You are just feeding from hand to mouth. Yes, you can eat your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, but there is nothing to show to your name. You don't have anything to show to yourself. You are just eating and nothing more. And here you are trying to educate me on spirituality. Meanwhile, you know nothing. So I don't need you here. You are a novice when it comes to spiritual issues. So out. If you have any other question, please ask. Morito, I don't know what is start. What is your start? You said your start is blocked. What is start? Explain the word start to me. Because I know that the word the word start in English means to begin. So I don't know what it means in your language. You said your start is blocked. So what is it? But the spiritual gifts, does it has to be working with someone else? Can you rephrase this question? There's no name attached to your question. I don't know how to address you. Rephrase this question. I don't know what you mean by the spiritual gifts has to be working with someone else. I don't understand the question. Betty, seeing a child with 4 arms in your dream, what does it mean? Betty, this particular dream you just wrote now has no meaning. It is just an ordinary dream. Seeing a child with 4 arms in your dream, it has no meaning. This particular dream right now, there is no meaning attached to it. It is just an ordinary dream. Osman, how do I pronounce it? I don't know. Osman, you said, how about when you get into a crowd and become overwhelmed with people's energy? Is there a way to tone it down so overwhelming? Osman, when people get into a crowd and they become overwhelmed with people's energy, it mainly happens to people with spiritual gifts. And if you have ever noticed, those who have spiritual gifts, you find them they find themselves so difficult to be in a crowd. Anybody with spiritual gift, it is so difficult for them to be in a crowd because that crowd, the energy coming from that crowd will have to tamper with your own energy. So if you are spiritually gifted and you always find yourself in a crowd, you will become so confused, so bored, you will want to leave, you won't want to stay there. So there is no way to tone it down. The only option for you is to leave that crowd. Because whenever you find yourself in a crowd, assuming you are spiritually gifted, you cannot operate because their energy will contradict to your own energy. It will contradict to yours. You cannot operate assuming you want to operate. So the best thing for you to do is to leave that place. Those with spiritually gift, the best place for them is always a quiet place. That is where your energy will rise and walk. But whenever you find yourself in a crowd, you cannot walk. You cannot tone that energy down. You can't tone it down. So it is better for you to leave. Except if you are a pastor or a priest. And assuming you are a pastor or a priest, the only way for you to tone the energy down is to shut the crowd up, to make them remain silent. So whenever they remain silent, your energy will rise, okay? Yes, I've blocked that Edu. I've blocked him. Let him find his way or find another page. Okay, Morito, you said your star is blocked. How do you know that your star is blocked? How do you know that your star is blocked? You can only know that's if your star is blocked. You can only know when it's blocked by your lifestyle. If you are the type that does something great, whatsoever you do, you prosper. Anything you lay your hands on, you prosper. And after some time, you notice that it doesn't work that way anymore. Instead of moving ahead, you are now moving backwards. Sometimes it may be that your star is blocked. Sometimes you might be the cause of the reason why you are going backwards. Now, if your star is blocked by somebody, that is, you are being charmed. It's either you are being charmed or you are under the covering of the diabolical powers. These are the things that we need to look into to know how to raise you up again. If you are the reason why that your star has been blocked, then you will have to stop whatever you are doing, because sometimes we actually block our stars without knowing it by our lifestyle. Yes, sometimes we block our stars from shining, and then we think that it is somebody who is behind it. Sometimes it is actually people who has blocked it. Okay, so if you know that your star is blocked, how is your lifestyle? How is your lifestyle? How do you relate with people? Let's know if we are pointing accusing fingers at people or if you are actually the one that caused it. IBJN, yes. Alligator pepper is for cleansing. It's for cleansing. It clears someone's path. Like whenever you want to go out in the morning, and after your prayers, when you are ready, when you are fully dressed and you want to leave your house, you get 7 seeds of alligator pepper. And then you pray over it and use it to cleanse your body. Then you pour it away and continue your journey. Alligator pepper clears your path. It removes every negative energy from your body. It removes it. Even when you come back home from wherever you have gone to, you can still use alligator pepper to cleanse your body. When you are performing spiritual exercise and after that exercise, you can still make use of alligator pepper to cleanse your body, to remove that negative energy. Because whenever you are performing spiritual exercises, you will attract either positive or negative energy. You must attract them. So after that exercise, you cleanse your body to remove the negative one. Okay, okay, this same person wrote, some of us have these spiritual gifts and keep getting attacked. That is certain. It will continue to happen until the last day of your life. I gave this teaching, that was last week. Your spiritual gift will attract so many enemies for you. It's going to attract so many spiritual wars for you. Your spiritual gift is there for you to be stronger spiritually, for you to help people out, and at the same time, it is going to magnet a lot of things for you. As it's magneting the good things, it's equally drawing those bad ones. It is now left for you to know how to use it to fight the bad ones, the negative ones. So that you have a spiritual gift doesn't mean that you will never have a spiritual attack. No. As a matter of fact, the attacks you will be getting will be greater than that of an ordinary person. Yes, God is not a stupid God. He knows the reason why he gave you that spiritual gift. An ordinary person who doesn't have any spiritual gift might not get any attack at all. And that is why a lot of people will tell you that they don't know what attack is. Yes, because they don't have spiritual gifts. God is actually there, to watch out for them. But you, whom God has chosen and given that gift, yes, he's there for you. But you will be getting so many attacks because of that your gift. That your gift has actually made you a target in the kingdom of darkness. That your gift has made you a target there. And so once they see that gift, once they see that the mark of God on you, they must surely attack you. And you will keep on having this attack every now and then, from time to time, even until the last day of your life. Yes, so yeah, I want you to know this, have it in mind, and then make sure you are using your spiritual gift to fight these battles. Okay, user 48995. To throw more light on St. Michael's perfume. The snake oil, which is Abubeke. Abubeke that I know is used in curing sickness. The Abubeke that I know is used in curing sickness. It depends on the sickness we are talking about here. Most of the times, there are some things that you will see on your body, maybe like lumps or rashes. This time around, please get me right. I'm not talking about breast lump. If you see any breast lump, please go to hospital. Okay, I'm talking about there are some places in your body where you will see a lump, where you see your skin form, and you really don't know what formed it. And maybe you've gone to hospital, and the hospital after tests, and they will tell you that there is nothing wrong there. That is when you need abubeke, the snake oil. That abubeke will dissolve that lump. It will dissolve the lump. Okay, a lot of people use abubeke to cure so many things. Now when you talk about St. Michael's perfume, the work of St. Michael's perfume is to make you attractive to positive things, to change your aura. Aura is just like a natural fragrance that everybody has, but some of us have negative fragrance, the natural one, and some of us have the positive ones. But these fragrances are not what people can perceive, but they can feel it. If you have a negative aura, when you come closer to people, for no reason, they will hate you, they won't like you. Nobody will want to associate with you. Nobody will want to help you. But if you have a positive aura, no matter how ugly you look facially, when you come to people, before you open your mouth and talk, everybody will fall in love with you. So the work of this St. Michael's perfume is to change that your negative aura into a positive aura, making you attractive naturally to positive things. And you use this St. Michael's perfume in bathing. It is not to cure sickness. Abubeke is for sickness. St. Michael's perfume is to change everything about you spiritually from negative to positive. Mama Don, you can chat me up, DM me, send me a message on my inbox. From there, we take it up, okay? They try to make me a mad person. I mean, what you wrote here is not a lie. It is not a lie, but then they cannot get you. The only thing is, now, this madness that you just talked about, are you sure that those that try to make you mad are actually humans or spirits? Because most of the times, when you have a spiritual gift and you haven't started making use of it, or you don't want to make use of it, you don't want to answer your call, you are going to face a lot of problems. And sometimes these problems can cause madness for you. It can cause madness for you, but you will never become a madman roaming the streets. No, because God that called you will not allow you to become that madman. The reason why this is kind of frustration, yes. It will cause a lot of frustration for you, yes, so that you will realize who you are. And in that frustrated situation, you are going to discover who you are, because you are actually the one that will solve your problem. So when we talk about someone with spiritual gifts, trying to run mad or whatever, we look at these two ways. Is that madness coming from people, or is it as a result of you not answering your call? IBJ, and I've answered this question. Yes, you can make use of alligator pepper. Use it to cleanse your body. After cleansing your body, throw it away. Please, how can I know the exact calling that I have? Please look at your lifestyle. There are a lot of things that we humans are attracted to, spiritually and physically. Wherever you are attracted to is where you are channeled to. Wherever your mind tells you to go, or whatever your mind tells you to do, whatever you find joy in doing, that is where you are called. That is where your spiritual gift is channeling you to. So you have to look at your lifestyle. Your lifestyle will tell you where God is calling you to work for Him. Your lifestyle will tell you. If you have the gift of vision, you don't need anybody to tell you where you are channeled to. Of course, you know that you're going to be seeing a lot of things. If you have the gift of dreams, you don't need anybody to tell you that, because you're going to be seeing a lot of things in your dreams. But where we are having this problem, that a lot of people do not know where they are channeled to. If you are called to be a healer, a lot of people do not know that they are called to be a healer. But maybe the healer that I'm talking about here right now is someone who is going to be making use of roots and herbs. But meanwhile, you don't want anything local in your life. But then you always find yourself getting attracted to nature. Whenever you come across trees and plants, you love them. You want to touch them. I want you to take a closer look at yourself. it may be that you are channeled towards that side. And so many of us are called to work in the Lord's vineyard, to become priests. Yes, people, those who are called to become priests, they always know. Their lifestyle is always different. And before you know it, they know where to go. Okay, so look at your lifestyle. Your lifestyle will tell you where God is calling you. Please, if only you can explain to me a few of your lifestyle, if only you can explain it to me, I'll be able to know where you are being channeled to. Your lifestyle is the only answer to this your question now. Your lifestyle. But if you can't really tell from your lifestyle, then I will advise you to go into prayers. Whenever you pray, ask God to show you where he's channeling you to. As a matter of fact, when he called me, I didn't know where he was calling me. And this was how I started. Every day, whenever I pray, I will tell him to show me where he's calling me. Show me where he's channeling me to. Okay, that was how I got to know who I am today. Whenever you dream and your dream comes true, not like once or twice, it has become a norm in your life that whenever you dream, your dream comes true. Then you have the gift of dreams. So all you need to do is to pay attention, more attention to your dreams. And never you call any dream an ordinary dream. Because sometimes those ones we call ordinary dreams are the ones that will come to pass immediately. So whatever you see in your dream, you voice it out. If it's something that needs to be prayed against, you pray against it. If it's something that you need to do something in order to welcome it, you know what to do. Okay, please, that means you have the gift of dreams. You actually have the gift of dreams. You have already said it. Okay, so whatsoever you see in your dreams from today, anything you see in your dream, make sure you open your mouth and say it. Make sure you say about it. Don't wait for that thing to come to pass before you now tell people that you saw it. So that whenever you see the bad ones, everybody will now know what to do. And when you see the good ones, you will use prayer to welcome it. Whichever one, we use prayers to either welcome it or to drive it away, whichever one. So whatsoever you see in your dreams from today, make sure you tell the next person. Tell anybody closer to you. And if you happen to see anyone in the dream, whether for good thing or for bad thing, when you wake up, try to locate that person. Because if you have the gift of dreams, God will not just be showing you random people. When he shows you random people, he's going to explain everything about those people to you. If it means telling you the person's address, he's going to tell you. He will describe that person for you so you don't make mistakes. God doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't make mistake. If he has actually given you the gift of dreams, whatsoever you see in your dream, he is going to explain it. If you have this gift of dreams, I will want you to confirm if it happens to you. Sometimes whenever you are in the dream and you will be watching something happening, you will always hear a voice explaining the event for you. This is the reason why that voice is explaining the event for you, is so that when you wake up, you will know how to handle that problem. Because most of the times what we see in the dreams are the things that are yet to happen. So when you see those things and you hear the voice explaining that dream to you, you know what to do when you wake up. Exactly. Please, please, I would like you to like this live stream. Everybody, please, if you are just watching us, if you are here with us like live, please double tap your screen to like this live. Then please, you say that whenever you say something to someone without knowing it, it will happen. Yes. If you have spiritual gifts, there are some random statements that will come out of your mouth. It is not actually you that is talking. It is not actually you that is talking. You may say it without knowing it, and maybe in the future when somebody tells you that you said this thing some time ago, you may no longer remember whether you said it or not. Yes, because you weren't the one that said it. It was actually God that was talking through you. So if anybody has ever told you that you said something to me and eventually it came to pass, All you need to do is you have to be very prayerful. That's the only thing I can tell you. You have to be very prayerful. No matter what you are doing in life, hold tight to your prayer life. Okay? All right. IBJN, salt and sand prayer is more preferably done either in the morning or in the evening. There, you see, all these spiritual works, some of them have times. Some of them have times. There are some that doesn't have any time. It's just like spiritual cleansing is something that you can do anytime, but there is a particular spiritual cleansing that you can do only by 12 midnight. These spiritual exercises, some of them have times. The reason why we do them mainly early in the morning or towards the evening time is because if you are spiritually gifted, you will know that the words of your mouth is a command. And whatsoever you say, there are spirits around that will carry out that your word. Anything that comes out from your mouth, there are spirits around that will carry them out. And some of these spirits walk in the morning, some of them walk in the evening. And that is why whenever we perform spiritual exercises, we prefer doing them either in the morning or at night. There are the ones that you can do by 12 in the afternoon only. You can't do it in the morning, you can't do it at night. When it comes to the ones by 12 in the afternoon, you know that you are going to make use of that sunlight. There are the ones that you can do by 12 midnight, because the spirits that will walk, that will carry out your words, your actions, will actually be available by that 12 midnight. But it is only those with spiritual gifts that can confirm what I'm saying. So for that salt and sand spiritual exercise, it is something you can do in the morning or in the evening, but I prefer it in the morning. But it is not something you can do in the afternoon. No. Do it either in the morning or in the evening. Anukwa Mobi, St. Michael's perfume, it depends on the quantity you have. If you have it more than enough, and you are a girl, you can use it daily if you like, except when you are menstruating. When you are menstruating, you are not supposed to use it. You will have to wait. Okay? So you can use it either in the morning or at night. But whereby you don't have it enough, then you can use it for 7 days in a month. For 7 days in a month. That is the first week of every month. But if you are menstruating during that first week, then you have to leave it and you wait until it's over. Okay, the spiritual church I was going, they tried to turn me to a mad person. Are there actually a spiritual church or an occultic group? This is where we are making mistakes. Whenever we see people gathering anywhere, clapping their hands and singing, we all believe that they are churches. Some of them are not churches. Let's be careful wherever we go to. Let us be careful. It doesn't matter the crowd you see there. Some of those people there have been kind of, how do I put it? Their brains have been torn that they don't have a say. They can't do anything anymore. And then you see a crowd, and because you have seen the crowd there, you jump in. Some of these people, these churches or these gatherings, let me not call them churches. Some of these gatherings are not churches. Some of them are occultic groups looking for someone they are going to use as a sacrifice. Thank God you got yourself and then you left. Let's be very careful. Let us be very careful. It is not everybody that calls on the name of the Lord that actually believes in God. So many of them uses the name of Jesus Christ to deceive a lot of people. Whenever they call on the name of Jesus Christ, you believe that the person is your fellow Christian, and then you jump in. So let's be very careful. This is one of the reasons why the Bible says that we should test every spirit. And I thank God for you anyway. Yvonne, you dream, but you can't remember your dreams. There's a very simple way which has nothing to do with spirituality. that one can, start practicing so that you'll be able to remember your dreams. If you always go to bed late, then you have to stop it. So many of us go to bed that time that we are so worn out and fagged out that you will just lie down like a log of wood. Whatsoever you dream, you will no longer remember that dream at all when you wake up. If you go to bed that way and you dream, you will not remember any dream at all. So all you need to be doing is once it's time to go to bed, the normal time, just go straight to bed. Even if you don't feel like sleeping, lie down there and wait. When the sleep comes, you will sleep. And whatsoever you dream of, you will be able to remember it. Because your subconscious mind is still awake, it's still active. Now, spiritually, you dream, but you don't remember your dreams anymore. There are ways that you can remember your dreams. It's either you pray very well, increase your prayer lifestyle. Because if you are very prayerful, you'll be able to remember your dreams if you are very prayerful. But so many of us do not fancy prayers. We don't want to pray. We want others to be praying for us. Or you can get an alligator pepper. It still has to do with prayers because, sorry, not alligator pepper. You get bitter cola. When you get bitter cola, you will still have to pray with that bitter cola. Okay? And when you are praying, you will have to command the bitter cola to help you, so that you remember anything that you will see in your dream. After that prayers, raise up your pillow, put the bitter cola there and cover it with the pillow. That bitter cola will help you out to remember your dreams. Chemistical, good evening. You are welcome. No, Obi, when you are performing cleansing with alligator pepper, when you are performing any cleansing with alligator pepper, you don't chew it. You just rub it on your body from your head down to the soles of your feet. And then you swing it round your head 7 times and you pour it away. Except when you want to send that alligator pepper on an errand for you. What I mean sending an alligator pepper on an errand is assuming you are going to work now and maybe there is something you want, you want to achieve in your office or wherever you are going to, and then you are going to speak with that alligator pepper. Speak to that alligator pepper. After speaking to it, put it inside your mouth, the 7 seeds, and then you chew it. After chewing it, you will have to use hot drink. You use hot drink. Before you spit that alligator pepper out, you are going to take a little quantity of hot drink, but you are not going to swallow it. Use that hot drink together with the alligator pepper in your mouth. Just gargle it. Use it to cleanse your mouth, and then you pour it away. That's all you need to do. Do this when you are leaving your house. That is, there is something you are pursuing, and you want to achieve that thing. You do this. It doesn't mean that you do it once and then you get that. No, make it a part of you, so that the alligator pepper will be used to you, will be used to your energy. Okay? Yvonne, there are so many things that can cause somebody not to be sleeping very well at night. If you are having insomnia, of course, you'll be passing through this. If you are worrying too much, you are thinking too much, you'll be passing through this. If you are sick, you'll be passing through this. Okay, so there are so many causes to this. Okay. No, IBJN, you don't peel that bitter cola. Don't peel it at all. Don't peel it. Even if you wake up in the morning and you notice that the back has peeled, no problem, but don't use your hand to peel off the back. Osmano, crystals and gemstones they are natural products that people use, but the people that normally uses these crystals and gemstones are astrologers. Yeah, they are equally spiritualists, but they are being called. It is not every spiritualist that makes use of crystals and gemstones. No. We are being called in different ways. Okay, we are being called in different ways. The people that normally uses the crystals and the gemstones, are the astrologers. I don't use it, okay? But I know that they use it to attract good luck for people. They use it to perform spiritual exercises to attract good luck for you. Most especially these monthly rituals that we always perform. The monthly spiritual exercises we perform using the normal natural products we use, the honey, the cinnamon powder, this, that. Those people do it using the crystals and the gemstones. So if you have any other question to ask, please write your questions down. And help me to share this live. Please share this live for me. Just a tap on your screen. Share this live for me. Okay, Yvonne. Whatever you are worrying of, you don't have to overwork yourself. You don't have to overwork yourself, okay? So that you'll be able to be having at least 6 hours sleep. 6 hours sleep at least. All right? So I'm still waiting for your questions. Write down your questions if you have any. If there is anything bothering you spiritually, you write it down. If you know of somebody else who is passing through a spiritual issue, you can contact the person or you can ask questions on behalf of the person. Please endeavor to like this live, please. If that's the only thing you can do for me, double tap your screen to like this live and help me share it, please. Help me share this live. Help me share this live. And put down your questions. Put down your questions if you have any. Let's talk about it. Put down your questions. Let's talk about it. No, IBJN, hot drink and alligator pepper goes hand in hand. You don't use water together with alligator pepper. No. If you don't have hot drink, it doesn't matter. You can just use alligator pepper alone, but don't combine it with water. But if you have hot drink, that's the best. I'm still waiting for your questions. Mamadou or Mamadumon. Okay, I've scrolled up. I'm yet to see the question you wrote. The security guy, good evening. You are welcome and thank you for joining us. Please write down your questions. Write down your questions. What is bothering you spiritually? Ask. If there is anywhere you are confused that has to do with any spiritual exercise, ask your questions. Ask your questions. Ask your questions. There are some spiritual exercises. I always say this. A lot of people prefer to be performing their spiritual exercise inside the house. Yes, it's still going to work, but there are some that requires that you must go outside your house to perform it. There are some that requires that you must go outside your house to perform that spiritual exercise. And sometimes going outside that house, some of these spiritual exercises are the things that you can do very late in the night or so early in the morning. But this is where we have problem. A lot of people are too scared to go out by this time to perform spiritual exercises. And I want to tell us, late in the night, so early in the morning, yes, they are scary to go out by this time to perform spiritual exercise. But when you go out to do it, that result is assured. The result is assured. Why? That is the time that spirits do move about. That is actually their time. They don't move about when we are awake. When we are awake, they have gone back to wherever they are. But by that time, they are out and moving around. And when you are performing spiritual exercises, like I said before, you are going to attract negative and positive spirits. They are going to come wherever you are. The negative ones are coming to distract your attention, to spoil whatever you are doing. The positive ones are coming there to find out if you need any help, if you want to send them on an errand, whatsoever you want them to do. So when you are performing spiritual exercises, there are things that you need to do to ward off those negative ones, to chase them away. And to chase the negative ones away, and the positive ones will be there. But you will have to do these things most of the times very late in the night or so early in the morning. But when you are too scared to perform these things, well, it doesn't mean that it will not work for you. It will work, but it may take a longer time before it works. The security guy, anything that has to do with fish, whether you are fishing or somebody is giving you fish, or you are seeing fish in the dream, or you are seeing water, river, ocean, spring, whichever one, they are all associated with the marine. You dreaming of a very favored fish is a way of telling you where you are supposed to be or where you are. The marine are actually reminding you that you are supposed to be with them. Not what I mean being with them, I don't mean you dying and joining them. No, I mean you working for them. Now, everything depends on you. Everything depends on you. If you actually want to join the marine, then you don't have to fight them. You don't have to start going for deliverance or performing spiritual exercises to chase them away. But whereby you don't want them, you will have to meet those who are specialized in handling that case. So whenever you see a fish, no matter the type of fish it is, whether somebody is giving you, or you are buying a fish, or you are fishing, or you are just watching fishes swimming, or you see ocean, river, whichever one, they are all associated with the marine. Ada Zion, disappointment in marriage, is it like you not being able to get married? You've been trying, you don't attract a suitor. Is that what you mean? Or are you married already and you are having problem? I want to know. IBJM, when I mean outside your house. You leaving your bedroom, leaving your parlor, going outside, maybe going to the backyard or to the front yard, whichever one. That is what I mean by outside. Not leaving the entire compound. No, I mean outside that place where you are sleeping. Leave that house. Open your door, step out. That is what I mean. Mama Dumon, I did not see any question. Okay, I saw you wrote, please, you wrote Mama call her. Who am I calling? Who am I calling? I don't know who I'm calling. Okay, that's how you say they will come and go. That's, you're finding it difficult to attract a guy for yourself. There are things that can cause this. There are things that can cause this. Two things in particular. One is a marine problem. Second can be an intergenerational problem. If you're finding it difficult to attract a guy for marriage, they will come, they will see you, they will love you, they will come, they will propose. When that date is drawing near, they vanish. You will no longer see them. There are two things that can cause this problem. It is not because you have a bad character or because you, maybe they don't like your family or whatever. No. It's either there is a marine issue in your family lineage, or there is an intergenerational problem in your family lineage. These are the two things that can cause this, and they need a very serious spiritual solution. IBJN. The only spiritual exercise that I know when it comes to making use of rice is to settle the marine kingdom. If you are having a marine issue, they are going to block your way of progress. They are going to block all avenues for you. So whenever it comes to performing spiritual exercises that has to do with that marine case, that is when I know you can make use of rice. A very little quantity of rice. Rice is part of the items that you are going to give to them so that they are going to leave you completely. Okay? In as much as I know that a lot of people have taught this message that you can use rice to attract good luck, rice is actually a gift you are giving to this marine kingdom. You are giving them the raw rice, the raw beans, so that they will leave you, the raw yam, so that they will leave you and make way for you, so that whatsoever you do, you will prosper. Ada Zion, if your case is a marine case, there are people that handles that marine case. There are people that handles it. I don't handle it. If your case is an intergenerational problem, this one requires those who are higher when it comes to spirituality. It's not just anybody. It is not something somebody like me can handle. An intergenerational case will have to deal with deities. That is, you going to bring out all those deities that is blocking the way of progress for a particular family. It requires those who are so powerful, more than powerful, like all these powerful priests that we know, or the native doctors who are so powerful, or the spiritualists who are so powerful. Intergenerational problem is a very severe spiritual issue. It is not something that anybody can just wake up and start handling. No. But if your case is a marine case, there are people that handles it. Okay? When somebody is passing through either of these problems that I just mentioned, there are people that handles it, except when you know you don't have a marine issue, you don't have an intergenerational problem, but you are still not getting attracted to any man in terms of marriage. This is where I can come in. Yes, this is where I am called. This is where I can handle that issue. But if your case is marine or intergenerational problem, no, I can't handle either of those. Doctor, no, I don't know when you can get a special lady. I don't know. I'm not a seer. I don't know when you can get that special lady. So you need to pray and ask God. Maybe he will have that answer for you. The security guy, the process or solution to start working in the marine section. I don't understand this question. Is it that you want to become a priest or a priestess, that is a river priestess or a river priest, whichever one? Is it what you are asking? I don't understand your question. By working in the marine section, I don't understand. Okay, rephrase your question. Okay, yesterday I dreamt I was writing an exam. Now, writing your exam in the dream has two meanings. Where did you see yourself writing that exam? It has two meanings. If you just see yourself at a random place writing exam, this is actually, you are passing through, what do I call it? You are passing through training, spiritual training. That's what it means. You are passing through spiritual training. But whereby you see yourself in your secondary school, or maybe you have graduated and you see yourself in your university writing an exam, that is actually backwardness. You are going backwards. So your location in your dream will help us to tell what your dream is all about. But if you just see yourself at a random place you don't know and you are writing an exam, you are actually passing through spiritual training. Mama Dumon, the last question I saw, you said I should call her. I don't know whom I'm calling. Okay, so I want you to ask that question. Ask it again. Let me know the person you want me to call. Abraham, I've given a lot of teachings about restoring your lost glory. Number one, you will have to be very prayerful, first of all, to change your lifestyle, because sometimes our lifestyles actually cause us to lose that glory without knowing it. Change your lifestyle. Secondly, if you are very sure that you've lost your glory, there is a spiritual exercise that you need to perform. And this spiritual exercise is something that you can be doing once in a month. If you want twice in a month, no problem. You are going to be making use of coconut water, honey, 4 cubes of sugar into maybe a bowl of water or half a bucket of water. You are going to pray with these items that I just mentioned individually. You pray with the honey, you pray with the sugar, you pray with the coconut water, the coconut itself. And then when it's 12 midnight, you are going to mix all of them together into that bathing water, and then you pray with it. And you are going to bathe by that time with this water. You are not going to make use of your soap. You are not going to make use of your sponge. You are going to pour this water from your head. And as you are bathing, you are going to be declaring what you want by 12 midnight. Remember, by 12 midnight. This is when you are supposed to do it. This spiritual exercise, assuming it's somebody that caused you to lose that your glory will be restored. I'm speaking from experience. That your glory will be restored. Whether it is done by anybody or any spirit or whatsoever, once you perform this particular spiritual exercise, you are going to see the results you will get. This is something you can do once or twice in a month. You can stop it the moment you notice the positive changes, because you must definitely see the positive changes. Ada Zion, okay, you don't have any marine issue and you don't have an intergenerational problem, fine, you can chat me up on my inbox, okay? Because the spiritual exercise that I will have to perform for you is not something you can do for yourself. I have to be the one that will do it for you. So you will have to chat me up on my inbox so that we'll talk about it. Okay, the person that wrote about writing exam, you said that you saw yourself writing the exam in the school. Are you still a student? Or have you graduated? If you have graduated, that is backwardness. If you are still a student, you are passing through spiritual training. That's what it is. Okay, the security guy, you want to find a solution for your marine problem. Okay, I know people that handle it. I don't handle it. So you will have to send me a message on my inbox so that I can give you either of their numbers. Whoever you want to, contact, then you charge the person up. Okay, Mama Dumon, people trying to feed you in your dream. No, that is actually a spiritual poison. Trying to feed you in your dream is actually a spiritual problem. Let me tell you what you are supposed to do. Whenever you dream of such, whether you have eaten that thing or you were about to eat it, whether you ate it in the dream or people are forcing to feed you that, when you wake up, please get 7 seeds of alligator pepper. Get 7 seeds of alligator pepper. It is alligator pepper that will do this for you. Then you will have to speak to that alligator pepper. When I mean speaking to it, I mean you commanding that alligator pepper to destroy whatever the enemy must have planted into your body. After speaking to that alligator pepper, put it inside your mouth and chew it. And then you spit it. Don't swallow it. Spit it. You can repeat this for 3 days. Repeat this for 3 days. That alligator pepper will prevent such from repeating itself, will prevent that dream from repeating itself. And assuming you have already eaten that thing in your dream, still perform this spiritual exercise. Use that alligator, chew it and spit it out. It is going to take care of that, whatever nonsense that you have eaten in the dream. Frank, whenever you see yourself flying in the dream, that is spiritual protection. God is actually protecting you from any problem that you are passing through. Whenever you see yourself, that is a kind of elevation. God is taking you higher, above your problems, above your obstacles. No matter what it is, God has lifted you higher above them. That is the meaning of your dream. Mama Dumon, that means you didn't even get what I said. You didn't get what I said. I just gave you what you are supposed to do right now. I'm going to repeat it again. You say that you always see people trying to feed you in the dream. When you wake up, get 7 seeds of alligator pepper and speak to that alligator pepper. After speaking to it, chew it, pour it away, spit it out. Don't swallow it. Whether you've eaten that thing in the dream or not, use alligator pepper when you wake up. Chantal, dogs biting you in the dream is never a good dream. That's a witchcraft attack. When a dog bites you, it is not a good dream at all. And this time around, it's not a matter of performing only spiritual exercise. I will want you to become very prayerful now. That dream is never good. It is never ever good. A dog biting you in the dream is not good. The result might not come now. It might come later, and it's not going to be a good result at all. So it is not about performing spiritual exercise. No, you are under witchcraft attack, and they are actually after your life. They want to take away your life. So you have to be very prayerful this time around. Very prayerful. And for a dog to bite you in the dream, I want you to be very careful about your environment where you are staying. I'm not saying that those surrounding you are evil, but it is the enemy within that can harm you, not that one outside. It is that person who knows you too well, who knows where you lay your head, that can harm you, not that person outside. So for a dog to bite you in the dream, you are under a witchcraft attack, and they are after your life. If you have never been prayerful, you have to start it now. You don't have any choice. You have to start it now. Okay, IBJ, what about dreaming, rolling very fast on air? Anything that lifts you up above, or that is lifts you up in the air, in the sky, or whatsoever, you are under protection. That's what it means. Ansman, I don't know you. I don't know how you want to know about yourself. I don't know. You should tell me about yourself. You know yourself more better than I do. I don't know you. So if there is anything you want to tell me about yourself, you go ahead. Write down your questions. Write down your questions. I have a few minutes left. I have few minutes left. Write down your questions. I have few minutes left before I end the live. I have few minutes left, and let me chip this in before I go. Let me use this to end this live stream. If you have anybody who is planning any evil for you, for those who may not want to, you don't want to harm this person, you don't want to perform this spiritual exercise, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, meanwhile somebody is actually bent on taking you down. If you know the person, because in this spiritual exercise now, you must know the person, and you must know the person's name. If you know you have an enemy, you must know that enemy, and you must know the name of that enemy. I will want you to write down that person's name, just that person's name. And I want you to get an incense. The incense that I'm talking about this time around is this incense that the Catholic Church uses. The incense that comes with small sticks and the little cubes. The cubes are actually the fragrance of that incense. I want you to get that incense. You get an incense container, and you are going to put light on that incense so that the smoke will start coming out. And I want you to put that name that you have written down inside that place where you have the incense, inside the incense container where the smoke is coming out. And you are going to take this incense out from your house by 3 o'clock in the morning. A lot of people will be scared to do this because of the time, but it will work only by this time. According to what my guardian angel told me, it is only this time. Take that incense out by 3 o'clock in the morning. Take it round where you are living. If you are living in that compound alone, that is the best. Take it round where you are living until that pepper burns. Once the pepper burns completely, you can come inside your house. That is all you need to do. When you are taking the incense round, of course, you will have to be praying. Whatsoever you want God to do to the person, you start voicing it out. That is your prayer. But you are going to do it by 3 o'clock in the morning. And when you notice that the pepper has burnt, you put off the fire, and then you come in. That is, put off the smoke, and then you come in. You are going to see everything, the outcome of this prayer. IBJN, seeing yourself in the village is not a bad dream, but what are you actually doing in the village, in your dream? Seeing yourself in the village, in the dream, is not a bad dream, but what were you doing? You said you were with your old friends. You were with your old friends. Now, IBJN, I will want you to look into your family. Whenever you see yourself in your village, anytime you dream and you see yourself in your village, there is something you need to do there. There is something you need to do there. That is why you are being taken back there. It is not backwardness. No. When you see yourself in your village, it's not backwardness. There is something you need to do there. Now, it is left for you to know what is it. You are the one that will give the answer to this problem now. What is it that takes you back to the village in your dream? Okay, so I think I'm done for tonight. Somebody is writing in a foreign language. Quite unfortunate. I don't know what you're writing. I don't know. I don't understand this. If you can't write in English, I'm so sorry. I can't help you. I'm going to end this live tonight. If it's possible for me to come up tomorrow night, I will. But if it's not possible, then I'll have to come up, that is on Sunday night. Okay? So I want to thank you all, everybody. Rita, thank you so much. God bless you. I want to thank you, all my gifters, all of you. May God bless you abundantly. And to everybody who has joined us so far, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for participating. God bless you so much. And to those who share this live, may God bless you abundantly. To those who liked it, may God bless you so much. And may He visit each and every one of us and meet us at our points of needs in Jesus' name. Amen. So I'm going to see us tomorrow night or on Sunday night, like I said. So good night and God bless you all.